Hi guys!
Welcome to
To
Pocky and
Maki's.
Maki's channel. Today,
We're going to be talking about things that our exes did.
that absolutely traumatized us.
Yep. But I'm Maki,
I'm Pocky.
so
I'll start. Okay. Right. So, basically, this boy, my ex, my most recent ex, well, he was not right in the head, to say the least. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
And he lied to me about his cancer. I'm pretty sure he did. And told me because of it, he had only little time left.
That's
And he would
crazy.
die literally like in November, which is near like where my birthday is on.
That's crazy.
I know. And he only said, I'm pretty sure, because we were in a big argument. And
He just wanted you to feel bad for him.
yeah, basically. And that was not normal.
Definitely
Because where do you pull that from? Like, I understand if you weren't lying, but like, why did you not say earlier? He said it was because he didn't want me to worry for him and all.
Did he not say like one time that like during an argument he would himself?
Yeah, he did. Many times. Every day I had to deal with that.
And then his room was like an absolute state.
Oh, don't even get me started about his room. It was absolutely a tip. It was like so messy. Like, I'm pretty sure
There's definitely mold in there somewhere.
it was probably worse than mold. Like, I bet you rats or something lived in there.
Cockroaches.
Probably. It was so bad. Like, I don't know why I put up with that. I don't even know why I was salting him in the first place.
I know, neither did I. I didn't.
She doesn't mean like she dated him. It's
No,
just like she doesn't know what I saw in him.
Yeah, but my ex, God, where to start? So I dated this guy like last summer, and it was my best friend. Me and her aren't mates anymore, but I recently broke up with this guy, and she goes like, "Here, why don't you date such and such?" And I was like, "What age was he?" He was 19, coming 20, and I was just 15. So all was good, and then it was like this was in February, I think. We're together for quite a time because I remember. Yeah, we're together for quite a time because it was like Valentine's Day, and he started like his brother posted Happy Valentine's Day to my best friend because her boyfriend and then my boyfriend at the time were like brothers, and all was good. He asked me for photos, and I was like, okay. And then he posted on his story saying Happy Valentine's Day, and I was like, what? So all was good, and then further on, going into like August, I think it was, I was away on holiday, and all of a sudden, his overthinking was absolutely horrendous. And then
Hey. Sorry, I had to.
and he started telling me to unfriend people and all. So I only had like one guy left in my Snapchat. Two. One was my cousin, one was my best friend because I got away with that somehow. I don't know how. And I had to like screen record every single app, like Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, messages, even my phone history.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Just so he knows I'm not like calling any other boys.
That is wild.
I know. And then I remember when my best mate and his little brother broke up, I texted his brother because I was making sure he was okay. And then my ex came at me and was like, "Why texting my brother first before me?" I'm like, "Girl, calm down. It's only
just a text.
it's just a text. It's not the fucking end of the world."
Exactly.
Um, and then his brother started to message me a lot, and then now this guy was the strangest guy ever, right? Him and his brother, because they would like they would send us a picture of their faces, right? But when they snapped us, nothing. Wouldn't even send a face snap. I remember he bought me a ring. Bought me a ring. He could never give it to me.
Nope.
Dumb.
I know, but he'd never call. Like never. I was
What
like,
the hell?
I know, but he always had his location on as well. That's the thing. Always had a location on, but never like anything. And then I remember him saying to me, Mackenzie, will this change once you go back to school? Because I think 15, going into year 11, was it? Yeah,
Mhm.
going
Yeah.
no, it's going into year 12.
Oh.
um, he said, will this change once you go back to school? And I go like, no, it won't. And then he goes like, oh, that's okay then, like, I'll come pick you up from school. And I was like, ah, no.
Nah, that's just embarrassing. I'm
I know.
sorry.
I said, no, no, it's okay. I took the bus home. And he goes like, I'll pick you up from the bus stop.
That is wild.
I could have taken it, but like I didn't. But that was like really awkward. And then once I got back from holiday, me and this other girl, we were hanging out, and we wanted to go because we needed, like, she wanted to and like, neither of us could go in. So the one guy I had on my phone, I was texting him. I was like, "Here, can you come out and like running for us?" And he goes like, "Right, no sweat." So he came in and he went into the shop, and I told my ex, "Here, I won't like. I'm not hanging out with any boys. I promise you that." Right? I snapped him my face or the floor. Right? Somehow, this man knew I was with a guy, but he was not with me. But
What the hell? That
he
is
always
creepy.
he always claimed he knew who I was with. He goes like, I can tell if you're with a guy or a girl. I was like, what? And then we ran into the shop, and he texted me going, why are you with a guy? I was like,
That is mad.
I was like, I'm not. He goes like, I know you're with a guy. I'm like, how do you know? Do you have like people on me or something?
Just got cameras everywhere watching you, Mackenzie.
I actually think he did. And then he goes like, so you're cheating on me? I'm like, I'm not cheating on you. He's been my best friend like for ages. How is that cheating? And he goes like, well, you're probably cheating on me with him. I go like, right, whatever floats your boat, I guess. And we went to Little Wing, and we offered him to come with us because why not? We're sitting in Little Wing, and he goes to me, why are you in Little Wing with him? I'm like, because I can. He's my best friend, like nothing more. And he goes like, okay, so you're cheating on me. I said, whatever. And then he posts on a story, who must have come out to Bangor thinking that will annoy me? Anyone please just come out to Bangor. He never went to Bangor. Ever.
Embarrassing.
And then I said, oh, me. And he goes like, no. Then I just said to him, I want to break up. You're too controlling. I barely even have a life. The only thing he'd do with me is play pool. Like the game pool.
That was he at least good at it?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
But like I basically won like half of the matches.
Damn.
But
Well, that's embarrassing for him.
I know. But the one thing he did say to me, which was actually quite sweet, he goes like, friends or not, um, if you ever need someone to go to a hospital appointment with, like text me. And then I remember a whole like couple of months went past. I unfriend like I like friended him again, and he goes like, oh, so like how's like your epilepsy and all? And I said, yeah, good. I have a hospital appointment to go to soon. And he goes like, do you want me to come with you? And I said, but we're not dating. He goes like, Mackenzie, I'd still do it for you. I was like, no, it's okay. And we talked for a wee bit, and then I said, oh, I could really go for a McDonald's. He offered to like get it delivered to my house.
Oh.
Like, he even did that when we were dating, but I said no because I don't like people spending their money on me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna spend my money on you anyways.
You already have.
But anyways, that's a guy. So bare minimum, but like still. Sorry guys. Coughing issues.
For real.
Okay, so this is the same ex. It's just that I did the story quite briefly. But so we're gonna go from the very start.
Excuse me.
So at the start he was this like sweetest guy, you know, it's like you instantly click with someone, right? I regret clicking with him if anything. And
Don't we all with our exes?
real. And so, you know, after a month or so, he told me that like his dog died. Literally the month that me and him met.
I remember you told me that.
No, listen, listen. And he was grieving, so I was like, "That's okay. Like, I'm here for you, you know." And by that point, we were just still talking. And so, you know, I let him grieve because it was like his childhood pet, you know, which is reasonable to, you know, be sad and all. Right?
How does it live through like childhood? Is it like undestructible or something?
No, it's like a childhood pet, and then like, because it's been there through your whole childhood, and then it like
Oh.
dies. Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, not the point. And so, you know, he was still nice, funny, played Roblox with me.
Life.
Yeah.
There's Roblox.
By Roblox, but anyways.
Especially Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, don't even get me started. Right, I need to focus before I lose track. But so, you know, it was fine. And
Things took a turn.
when she says things took a turn, she
A
meant
real
quite
turn.
literally.
Like
Like it went 180. Not even joking. And so then every day he started, like, it started with the bare minimum, right? Where he would be like showing himself that he's more sad, all this and that. And so, you know, it just, it'd be always about him. And so,
pick me.
no, but, like, like, even whenever he went to work, it would be like,
He had a job.
yeah, somehow.
Oh God.
And I remember he snapped to me once, and it said something. I think it said like something about him jumping.
Don't flip!
And then obviously, maybe in the word girlfriend, I told him not to do that. That it's okay. I'm here for him. He can talk to me, and everything.
And then after a couple of weeks, it was a regular thing.
Yeah, it literally became a daily routine, and it got so bad to the point I genuinely think that he deserves to go into like a mental hospital because he was not normal. We love a protective, overprotective guy.
Yeah.
He was so controlling. He was like, you cannot. It was so bad. I can't even.
You were actually drained during that relationship.
I was so drained all the
I
time.
could tell.
Because it was like every day I had to comfort him. Like, obviously you want to be nice and comfort someone. Like, obviously that's everyone, you feel sympathy.
Yeah,
but when I tell
often.
you 24/7 I had to deal with him, it was so bad. It drains a person.
Yeah, and
I should have saw the red flags.
And it gets annoying after a while.
It gets so annoying, but we'll get to that later on why it gets annoying. So, you know, it was always how he feels and all this. And I remember because I used to get like grounded a lot, my mum took my phone off me for the night. And the next day when I got my phone, oh my god, I can't remember what it exactly said, but he thought like I died or something.
Oh my god, I remember you told me this.
And I was like, I'm still here. I didn't die. I got my phone taken off me. I told you that if I don't reply for a long amount of time, then I got my phone taken off me. And he ended up like doing stuff to his arm.
bro.
Yeah, basically.
Hell no.
And so, I comforted him, told him it's okay. I was just trying to be a supportive girlfriend, guys. Can you blame me? I was blinded by fucking love.
That's what love does to us.
Yeah. I don't know what I saw in him, truly. I don't know what made me like him. Definitely not his looks. But anyways. And so then it just got worse. Like, so much more worse.
Downhill.
Like, he would be needing constant attention. And if I didn't text in a certain amount of time, he would genuinely, like, go on full on psychotic. Like, I can't live without you. Like, you're the only person, all this and that. And so then it got, like, even worse. Somehow. I don't know how's that possible. But he was like, I remember one day I was like going out to the shop. This creature texts me and goes, after I tell him I'm going to the shop, he texts me and goes, you better not be looking at other boys. Not even the cashiers or nothing like that. Cashier, sorry. Or nothing like that. I was like, okay. Because I didn't want to start an argument because I was genuinely so tired of arguments by that point. And it being all about himself. Like, how do you expect me to avoid eye contact with someone? Like, I can't do that. And I wasn't near allowed them, no matter if I knew them, if I didn't. That was the end of. And he kept talking about himself, how he feels, how sad he is, how depressed he is, how much he wants to his life, himself, I mean. And so, towards August, in August, it was really bad. I was so tired of this man. We dated for like half a year. And I was so tired of him. Where when he would talk about like himself only, like I was to the point where I was just gonna turn around and be like, just do it already.
Yeah. I was about to
And
say that.
he's tried to do it so many times where I was gonna add in after that and make sure you do it properly this time if you're gonna do it. But I didn't. I didn't because girl had some self-respect and
I would.
I
I would
wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna be cheeky.
No, I would say that.
I kind of regret it now, but then looking back on it, also I'm like, I was the
You're
better
respectful.
person. Yeah.
But I would have said you should, if you're gonna do it properly.
I was gonna say that. I was really rethinking it so many times each time, but I didn't. And then we got into this big heated argument that lasted for about a week. And I think I was so done with him, honestly. So we had an argument and then we like kind of like communicated about it,
Kinda.
but not really. And I thought everything was fine the next morning because we said I love you before going to bed. So I thought it was fine. So I texted him, good morning, like, how are you? How did you sleep? Just the basic questions you would ask. And so he goes like, stop acting like everything's fine. And I go, what do you mean? I thought like we resolved it yesterday night. He goes like, no, we didn't. Stop acting like this.
Girl, you literally said I love you. If you literally had a
Exactly.
fight, if you had a fight, you just don't say I love you. And if you want to say it, you should just say it dryly, love you.
Exactly. But the thing is though, is that I didn't understand was like we literally said I love you after like kind of resolving it. So I thought everything was fine. So why are you saying nothing's fine? Like, you said it, also it back. And so then he kept on, like, I heard that. Some kid or someone was yelling. But, so we were just arguing day and night. And, like, what else was said? There's so much where, like, you have to, like, where I have to, like, try to remember it, where it was, because this man has literally pulled out everything out of this book.
Every single card in the book
I know.
he has pulled
He
out.
may as well get the black card. But, so, the day of the breakup, we got this in this huge argument. He blocked me on everything except for WhatsApp and Roblox. He still has me on Roblox. But, he never plays Roblox anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, like, if I can join him and just annoy the crap out of him.
Sure, did you not try to get me to, like, add him on Roblox?
Yeah. But anyways. And so he goes, we're over. I go, like, so just like that, you're breaking up with me? And he goes, like, what? No, only cheaters say that. So I was like, so you admit to cheating? And he goes, like, no, that's not what I mean. And then we just had this big whole argument. And then he pulls out the cancer thing. And then I was like, right, what the fuck? Because someone I know, close to me, family member, had it. And, you know, I take that very, like, to heart, because I know what it can do to a person. I've seen it. Obviously, it didn't get as bad, like, as sometimes it would. But, you know, I've seen it, and it still, you know, does something to you. No matter, like, at what level it is. And, excuse my manners.
Excuse me.
And then, in February, I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure I had a dream about him, and then we were happy after with each other. And I think that made me want to text him. No! So I went on my second Instagram account and I texted him. And I texted him this big paragraph, because obviously his account was private. So then he just goes, what do you want? Like, I can't do this. And so I was just like, I love you, I miss you.
This
all
bitch.
that, like, this big whole paragraph, and he just goes, I don't know what to say to that.
What?
No, and then we started arguing, but I was still trying to fight for a relationship. And
that's commitment right there.
Loyal girl right here.
Yeah.
But so after argument, he wanted to become friends with benefits, which is funny because that is exactly how me and him started dating, because of that. And so then, after I agreed, because I was like, you know, all this happened, so, like, might as well, because it might limit into a relationship. He said that I can't promise anything will happen between us except for that. And then he was like, oh, I've matured, like, I've grown in so many ways. I was like, oh, that's good, I'm happy for you, like, I'm proud of you, right? I said something like that along those lines. It was something that I meant like that.
I think we can all see where this is going.
And so then he goes, yeah, I've grown very big in many ways, but in one way in particular. I go, oh. And he was like, yeah, like, I've grown, like, I've got a 6-pack now. I go, oh. I just go, oh, that's, like, I'm happy for you. Sends me a photo. Babes, it literally looked like he put contour on his stomach and just outlined it. There was no 6-pack. That was a flat pack.
Are you sure it wasn't, like, one of those, like, fake body, like, 6-pack?
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure that it was his body. because he was quite skinny. And so I was like, oh,
That's lovely.
and then I started kind of getting the ick. But the next thing he sent me was wild.
Was it downstairs?
Oh, it was downstairs, because apparently that was one of his areas that he's growing in. I was just like, oh, lovely.
Good job. Proud of you. I guess.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do with this information?
Mind you, this was all on Instagram too.
Oh.
So it was much worse. And so, you know, it was okay. We stopped talking for a day. And 3 days later, after he, we agreed that we would try again, I found out he's in a relationship.
Huh?
Like, he just got into the relationship.
How did you find that out though?
Because it said in his bio a date with a heart next to it. I was like, okay, girl, two timing. But while I was texting him also in the argument, while we were arguing or something like that, he goes like, I'm such a bad person, like I'm a monster, all this and that.
Yes, you are.
And he looks like one. And so he tells me the story about how he dated this girl for 2 months. He found out that she cheated on him. So he went and he slept with her 2 best friends. And then he admits to me that he enjoyed it. He enjoyed the feeling of it. I was like, that is
crazy. It's
you
wild.
want to hear and like try again with me, but you're sitting there telling me. Do you not think that's going to put me off?
Yeah, and especially the fact that you're like long distance.
Exactly. And while we were also dating, when me and him FaceTimed, he was so freaky.
Did he not like?
It was so bad where he would pretend I was a pillow and he would do stuff to the pillow, let's just say. And, not to mention me, he showed me. Like, the angles, like, the phone was on his bed, and it was, like, right where the entrance of the pillow or something is. I think he had 2 pillows in a pillowcase, and he showed me. I was traumatized.
Who was the one who like? Who was the one who you were on call with, and like they just casually like wank off to you?
That was him.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just sitting there casually, and you're just.
Yeah, that's literally how our calls went. Because somehow they ended up like that. I was just sitting there on my phone. I was just literally on my phone. Because obviously I was FaceTime on my phone. I was literally scrolling for Instagram, whatnot. And, like...
all you hear and see.
Yeah. While he was doing something intimate with his downstairs.
Lovely.
He also didn't have a door.
Did you not say I got taken off him?
Yeah. It did.
How does one complete that?
Now the question is, how does one get almost caught doing stuff on call? Because, like, his mum was walking past his room while he was doing stuff to the pillow. And this happened more than once. It happened at least 5 times. And I was like, embarrassing.
Why are
Especially
you doing
with the
this?
fact that he didn't have a door. And his bed was very creaky.
Oh.
And I remember, I'm pretty sure it's still up on his Instagram from last time I checked before he blocked me.
He blocked me as well.
Yeah. I don't know how he knew that, but
I think
we were friends. But I know he knew that we were friends, but the thing is though, is like I don't know how he knew it was exactly you.
I think it was because one day you tried to get me to like talk to him or like flirt with him or something.
I think so.
As
See if
well
you
as
pass the loyalty test. But anyways, and so I remember this also happened on call. Me and this man were like on call every night since we were long distance.
Here we go
And
again.
he cut his finger or something by accident by doing something. This man puts his blood on his face, and I mean it, like down his eye, to make him look like he's the Joker or something, and like on his cheek, and he literally snapped the photo going like this. I was like, what the hell? That is not normal. That is unhygienic.
Yeah.
That is no, no. But I shouldn't be surprised by the state of his room.
Yeah.
It was so messy. I mean, like cups, dishes, everything everywhere.
Like, honestly, see if you see like the videos on TikTok where they're like trying to clean the room.
Like the
Much
worst
worse.
ones.
It's worse than the worst ones.
It's like he had
A dump.
rubbish everywhere, like on his bed and everything.
How the
And his friends were way older than us. They were like 30-year-old men. Like he had no friends his age because he always like lost them as friends. I was like, what
I
the
don't
hell?
I don't blame them.
And there's so much more, but like it'll probably come back to me later on. Like genuinely, it is that
That
thing has traumatized me so much.
I don't blame you.
I don't know how I dealt with him for half a year. I genuinely
Yeah.
don't.
I don't know how I did either. I kept telling you to break up with him.
Yeah, well, I was blinded by love.
Blinded
But
by
not
love.
anymore, I see it now.
That's
And I
good.
really regret texting him and trying to get back with him.
That's one thing we all regret.
Yeah. We've all been there at least once.
Been there, done that. But yeah, guys, I'll go to my ex now. So this guy lived in the same place as me, and he was like near the seafront basically. And what would happen? We were texting.
Chocolate.
That's
Sorry. Continue.
I think it was like October maybe. Don't quote me on that. But we were talking for a wee while. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Oh my god, yeah! That's why we met!
I think I met him. Oh yeah, I met him on Wiz. Half of these guys I've met on Wiz.
I met my ex on Wiz.
I think everyone's met like everyone on Wiz. Like everyone's always connected like that. But we started talking for a wee bit. Not even a wee bit. I remember he was at a football match because in my town there's a football match every Saturday. No, Saturday, Friday. And like they'll move different places and he always goes to them, especially my alt. And I remember like one day we were dating and I was, well no, actually we weren't dating, but I still loved him. So I was like, can we go to a match? No, we were dating. I was like, can we go to a match? And she goes like, yeah, I'll bring you with me. And I went, he wouldn't come out to see me. But anyway, besides the point. So he said like I was like so cute, so pretty, so adorable and all. And
Sorry. I'm snapping, Patrick.
And he said I was so adorable and all, and he kept like sending me photos of him, and I actually like, I actually fell in love with this guy. And within like an hour or so, he said I love you. And keep in mind we weren't even dating yet. And I was like,
I've did that so many times though.
yeah. And I was like, do I say I love you back or not? I said, oh, I said, oh, that's so cute. He kept calling me cute and all. I was like, I would say I love you back, but we ain't dating yet. So that was alright. And then he like after his football match, he goes, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I said, yeah. Because we kept texting on like Wiz and then we kept texting each other when we're like dating and all. And he's a he's a fighter. He's actually like pretty good at fighting, I'll give him that. Like it's a full like proper boxing match and he goes to like matches all around the world. Last time I checked he went to Manchester. But that was okay. And then he goes like, we should meet up. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll meet up.
Bombastic side eye.
So I was obviously the first one there, I think. And was I on call with you when I was like waiting for him?
I think so.
It was most likely.
Probably. We live this life together.
Yes. So I was waiting for him, and he came out, and I was so nervous. He was actually quite tall. I'll give him that as well. But we went into like B&M first, and um, we had this joke whenever like we got home, and we had this joke where he'd like crash into things because bro was so clumsy. Like he kept crashing into like this like
He should
box.
not have crashed into your DMs.
Bro, he should not have. But yeah, he started like crashing into stuff, and I was like, girl. And then we walked around like all the shops basically. Dude. We love that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the other one. Sorry. I was thinking about the wrong one, by the way. Not the one that we met through.
Oh no. Oh, I still have to talk about it. I need to talk
You
about
still have like another one to talk about?
Oh yeah. Number 2.
Who we didn't see today. In Mackey's.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's him. Should I talk about Q2? Right.
No, because what if he sees? He'll know we were.
I don't care. They'll probably.
If you're gonna see this,
I'm
I hope
sorry.
you know.
You're not really liked by us.
I'm coming for you. That's all I'm saying.
Right. So we hung out. It was like a good like couple months like after like we were dating, and then he goes like, I think we should meet up, blah blah blah, and he kept crashing in things. And then he told me he went to the gym in like, it's like there's Sports Direct on the top floor, but on the bottom floor there was a pool. Excuse me. There's a pool, and then there's a gym. And he goes, "Oh, I go to the gym all the time." And I was like, "Okay, girl." And we went to McDonald's, and then like I couldn't really even finish my food because I was actually so full. What he done? Grabbed my chicken nugget, shoved it in my mouth, because
What the hell?
because we actually shared the food. He paid for it,
Oh.
but like it was like a 20-piece chicken like nugget.
Oh
box.
my god, that just reminds me of. I need to tell the story after.
And like I couldn't like eat the rest of it. Like there's 2 left, so then he shoved it in my mouth, and I was like, "Girl." And then I don't think we walked around the shopping centre. We were just walking around basically, and then he turns around to me and he goes to. He's definitely gonna know it if he's watching this. He's definitely gonna know who I'm on. He's gonna know it's him. And he turns to me because I think we were talking about music that we liked. And he turns to me. He goes like, "I have a song that reminds me of you." And I go like, "What is it?" And it's like Girl in Red. You know, the one that goes like, "My girl, my girl."
Yeah.
Oh, we fell in love in October. That's what it was. Because we did fall in love in October, and because I want my girl. So then that happened, and then I think we broke up because like he was too busy like, with
Guys,
friends.
I'm not picking my nose, I swear. I'm just scratching the spot that's by my nose.
So then a couple of months, like we unfriended each other, and then we went back to each other for like Valentine's Day. And I was like, okay, I'll be your Valentine. We broke up like after Christmas for the first time, and then we kept talking.
Stop! I need
So
to crack my ankle.
we talked again for a while, and this was like when I was away as well. Why do I always do people when like I'm away on holiday?
I don't know. Maybe you just attract people that way.
Maybe. And he was my Valentine, obviously. And then I think, yeah, he was my Valentine. I can't really remember what happened then, but then I think we like ended things. So then, third time's a charm. He requested to follow me on Instagram, and now I still like this guy. I still loved him. So what I did was I got an old photo of me wearing his hoodie that I still had. So I did, and I posted it, but with the Gone Red we fell in love in October. I posted it, waited a wee while, like 2 seconds, and then what I did, I accepted his request, and then he replied to the story with, "Oh, is this supposed to mean something? Ha ha ha." I go like, "What? Never,
Nah.
nah, never."
You were so subtle with it.
I was, and then we started talking, and then I just was like, "I actually miss you so much." So then we started dating again. A couple of days later, things started to get a bit odd. Like, he'd be so dry with me, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" He goes like,
First
"No."
red flag.
Yeah. I was like, "What's wrong?" And he goes like, "Nothing. I'm just really stressed with school and all." He was a year older. He goes to like the circ, and I'm planning to go to two of my exes. Three of my exes are going to the same circ. I know one of them is. I don't know about the other two. Three. Because A goes to this A.
Oh!
He goes to it as well. I don't know if they're all going back, like, but yeah. So he goes to that circ, and then it goes to me, "Here, you should come meet me in Asda if you can." And I was like, "Right, I'll try to see. It depends what time my bus like gets there at." And excuse me. And I was like, "Right, do you want to meet up today?" And he goes like, "Yeah." And then a couple of seconds later, I already arrived at Asda. "I'm sorry, I can't. My dad picked me up." Excuse me.
That is just not it.
He's not it. And I was like, "No, that's okay." So then, like a couple of days later, like I was just walking about the park, and he goes like, "Well, what are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just at the park." And I was like, "Oh, I just really
Having a wee
miss you."
dander.
Yeah, having a wee down there for once in my life. And I go like, "I miss you," and all. He goes like, "Right, well, I'm going to the shop, I think. So if you want to, you can walk down there, like meet me." But like my
Girl, why
parents,
were you always going up, like, going to see him? Why could he not come and see you?
I know.
Oh,
Excuse
sorry!
me. Excuse me. And I was like, "Oh, okay, fine." So I was like basically walking up like halfway, only halfway, because there's a wee like bit at the park, and then like you can just go straight through and get to like the petrol station easily there. So I wait outside the petrol station because I was blinded by love, obviously. And he goes
Let me
like,
guess. Sorry, I can't.
"I can't. My dad won't let me, or my mum." Oh my god, he had wee sisters as well. They were so cute. The first time we did it, he had to go out and get her something, and he got her a doll, and oh, she's so cute.
Hmm.
She always said hi to me, and I was like,
Aw.
"Oh." But anyway, that happened, and then a couple of days later, dry as the Sahara Desert. Um, he barely talked to me, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And he goes like, Nothing's wrong." So he kept being dry with me. He told me he didn't even tell me he's going to Manchester, because obviously, as I said, he goes around the world like trying to do fights and all. So
Well, I'm gonna fight him next for the way he treated you.
he has a girlfriend now.
I know.
I outed
I
her.
remember you showing me.
Oh yeah, I outed her on Instagram.
She does not know the history between you two.
No, he's actually.
That's it. I'm coming for him.
I know
I'm
where he
going.
lives. I know where he lives. I'll show you tomorrow
Well,
if you want.
okay.
So that was alright. And then I got really pissed because your girl, I was just for him. Like, I even wrote school bus. I was with my friend, and we started writing our lovers. So I did B. So then we wrote like our lovers' names. So I wrote B, and then she wrote J. I think. Posted it on my story. He didn't say anything. So then, obviously, the day after, me and my father were on a drive, and we're
Father dearest. Something I don't have.
346 minutes later.
So I seen we were going past the hospital, and I was like, right, we're gonna see how much this man cares about me, because he knew. I think he knew I have epilepsy. I don't really know. But I told him about my epilepsy, I think, and I was driving past the hospital, so I quickly took a picture of the hospital. It was a bit blurred, but
A
then
quick snapshot, as the old folks say.
quick old snapshot, and it was kind of blurry, right? And then I scrolled, and then you know when Snapchat you can put in the location, put the location in, did the wee time, posted it on my story, right? And it was only him in this story. And I told him, he goes like, OMG, what's wrong? What's wrong, Mackenzie? What's wrong? And I'm like, oh, I'm just going in for an appointment. He goes like, oh, I hope you're okay. Like, he was actually really worried for like a good like half hour. And then I go like, no, it's okay. Just enjoy Manchester and all. And then the day after, I was like, here, I'm done. You're being absolutely dry. And
As
I
you should. As you should.
preach. And I was like, you're being so dry, and I'm actually done with it. Like, you were not like this the first time we dated. I don't know what's wrong. I've tried to be here for you all the time. I said, I'm here for you, I'm here for you, but you've never took that. But you've changed a lot, and I don't like it. And especially when you first texted me, you were like very happy. You seemed. So I want to break up, and he just said, okay. And I was like, ah! Then I
That
blocked him.
is what? That is a wild reaction.
It was positive.
That's wild.
Okay. I said, okay.
Anyways, guys, let us know if you want a part 2,
Yeah.
because this video is long, and you know,
Yeah.
we're probably gonna record it after this,
Yeah.
because just in case.
Yeah,
to prep,
because like we don't really
we gotta be prepared.
yeah, plus we don't like really see each other every day.
Because we live like 45 minutes away from each other, if not
Yeah.
more.
I think it's like an hour.
Yeah,
An hour.
honestly, with like
Yeah.
the traffic and stuff. So,
drop a like if you like this.
and Paki and Maki are
Or
out.
out.